Dragon Blogger here, and I'm excited to show off these Grajar DND Condition Rings. Now, these are the upgraded version of the Condition Rings, and if you don't know what Condition Rings are, they're for when you use your miniatures on your various mats and playtop surfaces. They allow you to put the status conditions under the character or the monster so that you know what conditions affect in them by looking on the actual board and looking at the action figure itself. So, easy to open, comes in a nice box set. You've got all your conditions and status effects listing what color ring and what conditions are in the various colors. You can see the rings on the side. And you also have your marker to write your own custom status conditions on the rings too. So to showcase some of these rings, you can see Hunter's Mark, obviously, when a ranger casts this spell on a target and has bonus to attack rolls. The condition rings are blank on the bottom. So every single condition ring, you can write your own custom conditions. That's the upgrade from the previous version, is that they had the condition double-sided and only had some blank rings, but in this case all the condition rings have a blank side for you to use custom, so there's a lot more custom conditions. You've got Cleric Spell Sanctuary, when your character or whatever you cast it on can't be attacked directly. Of course, you got Bane. So many options, various classes covered. You've got your concentration here. Let me get that focused. When a character is under a concentration or a spell that they have to concentrate on. Just really, really great option if you use miniatures. And I'll kind of show you how the condition rings look at some miniatures on a placemat. So I have my RPG mat here and I have a few figurines on it. And just to show you an example of how these condition rings look, you can see I have the charmed one right here. You would just take your miniature, and if the base of the miniature doesn't fit entirely inside, you can still just rest it on top. And this is how you notice the conditions on the characters on the mat without having to keep track of it on a sheet. So it's really useful. It's really helpful. And again, the clear ones are blank on both sides for you to write your custom conditions, but each ring has a blank side for you to write custom conditions. So with this nice little white marker they include here, which really stands out. I really like the way it stands out. I have horrible handwriting, so let's write phased on this clear one, and then let's say a character's tired, like a made-up condition on this other ring. And again, you could just simply create any custom conditions you want with the marker here. It has a little eraser at the top, and just set it on a character, set it on an NPC, set it on an opponent, but it's perfectly compatible with all the D&D 5e conditions or any custom conditions, or if you didn't have enough rings for a specific condition that got applied to a lot of creatures, you could just simply set your own additional conditions as you need to if there wasn't enough rings for that specific condition. So as you can see, erasing it is really easy to do, although it takes a little bit. It smears it a little bit, so you might want to use a little bit of an alcohol pad if you have trouble getting it off and let it dry, but you could just keep working at it with the erasing pad as well. You're looking for conditions to put on your characters, your miniatures while you're playing D&D or any other RPG. This system works out pretty well. And again, it fits all the little plastic miniatures that I had and I play with. So again, the Grajar Condition Rings for D&D miniatures and for placemats when you play with tabletop games is just an awesome choice. All the conditions are geared for D&D 5e, but you got custom rings that you can write your own conditions on, or you can simply flip over their condition rings, which are only printed on one side, so you can write your own custom conditions.